Hello, everybody. It's Ken Faulkner, and I'm here with a knife video. Very excited because it's only one knife that I'm here to show you. I'll probably have some others that I break out, but one knife. Yay! No, I know that people are really liking the collection videos, and I get great responses, which really makes me feel good. A lot of people aren't so unhappy about, so I guess I shouldn't stress about the length. But this one should be much shorter, and I should have it uploaded. I don't need to let it run, while I'm sleeping. That'll be nice. So it's funny because like an hour long video can take like 2 hours to upload easily, or more. And it seems like it depends on when you're doing it too. I think if it's a busier time, you get more. Anyway, here I am talking again. Look at that. You see who that is? I may have mentioned it. I know I've talked about this knife that I've seen bouncing around China. Bouncing, 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 bouncing. I really have been trying to avoid buying. I have a problem trying to avoid buying knives out of China. I'd rather get them White Mountain Knives or someplace like that. But it's just because it's just less stress for me. And it's kind of like that with pre-orders as well. Not as bad because I usually get information, and that's the thing. So when I was getting this knife ordered, they sent the email pretty quick, and I'm getting the tracking number and all that kind of stuff. And they're telling me that yeah, here it is. It's shipped. Sorry, I'm going looking for my making noise. Maybe I'm just gonna have to. I wasn't prepared. Sorry. So we'll just open it up with one of the size comparison knives. Anyway, I was saying, oh yeah, it's shipped, and then it goes from one place in China to another. I don't know if you've ever experienced this. I don't know if you are actually. Oh, I don't even have to open it. Wow, yay! I don't know if you've ever even don't look at the tracking because it. And I finally, and it was like I paid with it with PayPal, so PayPal had some tracking on it. I paid. It was on Shop. You've probably been to Shop before, right? I mean, that's a lot of the websites are going through Shop now. Maybe I got to clean that one off. So anyway, and they're good because they give you tracking and they kind of keep you informed. But both PayPal and Shop were saying, "Oh, we're waiting for information from the vendor. We can't tell you anything." I think Shop said it was 15 to 25 days for delivery. 15 to 25 days. And it had shipped. But, it goes through customs and all that kind of stuff. Then I had this tracking number that's not like, it's not like US. You can tell when it's USPS. You can tell when it's UPS or something like that, FedEx even. But this one's like the one. It's a different numbering system, and so I finally ended up on China Post, and it gave me a little bit more information. And I was watching it go, and then it would stay for like a week, and then I wasn't seeing anything anywhere else. And I went on there, and it finally said, "Oh, it's left the shipping place or whatever." It didn't really say customs, but it did say it left the shipping place. By the way, let's talk about the knife a little bit because I'm just going on about the shipping thing. It's the Takray Tyran. Tyran, I think that's like, and you probably have seen it because it's been. I saw it on Bees. I saw it on several different places. Like everybody had this thing, so they were really going out to show it. This is the first time I had it out. And I know that there's usually, you see like a little line. It's almost like a hamon. This has a very somewhat special steel. It's a steel that I did not have in my collection. But still, I was thinking, that's okay. I mean, it is a very thin knife. And, it's not my favorite, but, I like lots of different knives. And thin knives do have a good place in the rotation for sure in certain cases. And, so, but I was just going to, Yes, sure. It's ZDP 189. I looked up about ZDP 189. I guess it's used a lot in kitchen knives. You know, like I say, I'm not an expert, but I do look things up. And then they said something about it being chippy, maybe. Um, I don't know that I've ever chipped the knife. You know, probably because I don't really do a lot of hard stuff with them. But anyway, they said it might be chippy, so I was gonna, I'm okay. And I saw it again and again and again, and then I watched Rochambeau. You know Rochambeau? Don't watch him as much as I'd like to because there's just so many out there. Uh-oh, gotta pause. Get the pizza out. Hang on. We are so professional here. And by we, I mean the royal we, meaning me, myself, and I. Yeah, cooking pizza. I forgot that I'd set a timer. So, anyway, got it out. And I'm going to finish the video because I know it's not going to take forever and my pizza will still be warm, which will be awesome. Anyhow, like I was saying, Rochambeau, and he has that great voice. He's got that radio announcer. I mean, but he did such a good job of talking about it and how great it was that I kind of said, okay, I'll look at it. I'll look at it on the website, and I looked at it, and it's normally like $159, but they're having this summer sale, just out of the blue. Summer sale, 25% off, I think. I got it for $127.20, and if you know, you know. I'm a sucker for a deal. If I cannot pay full price for something, it's going to push me over the edge. And I went right over that edge. It's a pretty cool knife, different kind of blade shape, you know, kind of this Tonto thing with this, like, it's got a Tonto and a reverse Tonto going on, and a clip and all kinds of weird things. I don't know what this coating is. I don't know if it's a DLC. It kind of looks a little like one, but it could be just about anything. There's these weird stripes on here. And then you wipe it off and it's gone. So I've seen that a couple times. It seems like it's just an interesting sort of coating. Not a big deal. But you wipe it off, everything's clean. Kind of a cool milling. Titanium on the handle. 127, right? 189 or ZDP 189, and it's at 64 to 66 HRC. I think the only thing that kind of competes with that is my Rockstead. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Now I got that steel in my collection. I do like to check those boxes. It's fun. Action feels pretty good. It's not super soft on the button plunge lock type detent, so it does flick out. Let's see if I can reverse flick, and it works. It does not have a back flipper. Does not switch from side to side. It does have the name on the clip, so I know some people have issues with that, but otherwise it's not a lot. You got something here. Oh, it says ZDP 189 there for people like me that don't remember stuff. But yeah, it doesn't tell you it's the Tyran, or however you pronounce it. Cool kind of milling here. So it gives you a little bit of grippiness. Feels good in the hand. I mean, ergos for a thin knife, it doesn't feel too bad. Sometimes thin knives can feel like you can't even close your hand hard enough or well enough to hold on to it. But I feel like I'm gripped. It's got this little dip here, and that's nice for me because then I'm locked, right? And I do like that. You get in here, you can kind of go over the top. There's a swedge here, and there's a clip there, so you can get over the top and get to that tip. Yeah, it feels good in the hand. Like I said, this is kind of like a first impressions. I'll probably break it out. I got 3 knives coming. Now here's another part of the story. And then we'll call it because I don't want to go on and on and on, but I do. So I was watching this thing float around, and it finally found something on the China Post thing and said it was in the United States. It was somewhere on the East Coast, some kind of shipping company or something like that. And I'm going, well, hey, and maybe it'll be here soon. And then I looked another day, and it says it's in Compton. Okay, I'm in LA, so Compton, straight out of Compton, all that. That's like blocks away. I'm going, man, that thing's going to be here like tomorrow or something like that. So maybe I don't need to order another knife just to get me by, because I get that way. I do that kind of thing. Because I start looking at Amazon and I'm saying, oh, it's going to be here tomorrow. Then I looked, and the next day I say, hey, is it out for delivery or something? Could give me some indication. It shows that it's in Florida, and it says it's at some pool supply store. And I'm going, what in the heck? What in the heck? I'm going, what? Did they mail it from Compton to Florida to some pool supply? Is it go to the wrong address? And how do they get California and Florida mixed up, because they're like completely opposite? I mean, opposite side of the country and opposite, like, politically and all that stuff. I don't know, man. That was crazy. But then I said, okay, that's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm going to order that Amazon knife that I've been eyeing. And I had it in my cart for 2 days. 2 days in my cart because of this hysteria that this puts me in. And I did. I pushed the button. And okay, I'm waiting. Next day, shows up on the doorstep. I said, well, I'll go check the mail while I'm out. I'll go down to the mailbox, and guess what's in the mailbox? and the box, I don't think I still have the box. The box had an address, a U.S. address, from somewhere, not in Compton, but somewhere close by. Do I have the box? I think I got rid of it. I'm trying to kind of keep myself orderly here. Yeah, I guess I got rid of it. But it was like someplace in a local city in California, Southern California. Like it had been mailed from there. And I know it didn't. So they must be mailing to somebody who does like a forwarding thing and then gets it into the USPS so it can get into a mailbox. Regardless of all that, I mean, it's just a mystery to me. And I knew going into this one, because I've been down this road, that it was going to be like that, or could be. I bought the Rockstead from Japan, and God, it was like a week and a half or something. It was crazy. I was expecting that one, and I was going to be terrified because it's $1,000 knife, right? I'm going to be terrified on that one. Anyway, so long story short, I hope you don't mind. Just me spilling my guts here. It is a cool knife, and it is in my possession, and I have another knife. So I'm gonna continue with some of the collection stuff, and then I'll show that other knife. But yeah, this is a cool one, and this is like a first impressions. I'm sure I'll be carrying that other one before I show it, because it'll be at least a couple of videos, at least one video before I show that one. And it's a cool one. I really like it. I'm very excited that I bought it, actually. But maybe I kind of overdid it, and maybe I need to cool my jets. I know my month off of buying is coming, and that's also kind of part of the concern. But anyway, see, look at that. So there's something about opening and closing the knife that makes that little mark. It's interesting. I don't know if it has to do with this coating or what it is. It doesn't seem like it would be hitting anything, and then it's gone, right? I don't think I've ever seen that before. So let's see what's going on with it. It's right around here. You close the knife. It looks like it's centered to me. It looks like it's not rubbing on anything. So what is it that makes that mark? It's clear. Maybe when I go to thumb open it, it pushes it over to the side. Let's see how it seems pretty solid. Maybe a little wiggle. So maybe that's what it is. So maybe I'll tighten this up and see what happens. That's got to be it. It's got to be it. And why is it that brown thing and then it just kind of goes away? Now, if it's PVD, if it is PVD, or you would expect it to wipe off, and it does. So I don't know. And it's a very hard blade, and if it has a hard coating on it, then I don't know. So anyway, just something to distract me. My ADHD is kicking in. Maybe it's just from putting it down on here. Maybe that's what it is. I put it down on here, and look at that. Look at that. It's coming from just sitting it on top of this thing. That's funny. All right. Mystery solved. All right. That's enough. I've I've done as much as I can to make this thing an hour long, but it's not going to be. It's only 15 minutes. All right, guys, you have a good one, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.